have to say I'm very excited about the BEFF this year because all eyes are on the ocean. It is the convening for 2025, and we're going to see stakeholders from all across the globe coming together. And what's critically important right now, given the state of our oceans, is that we enact a sense of urgency and we get the right people around the table at the right time who are focused on galvanizing capital, because I'm all about capital at scale as a banker, as you would expect me to be. So first and foremost, I think there are a couple of roles of the banking sector, and that's from which I represent. One is to help to set standards that allow the private sector side of finance, to embrace the idea of investing in the oceans for commercial return and serve a dual purpose of putting money to work for return, but also creating impact outcomes that help to preserve our critical oceans. So it's this idea of creating the narrative, if you will, or the definitions that allow the private sector to begin to think about this investable blue economy in a constructive way. The second thing is, and by the way, capital doesn't scale unless there's a common language and a common set of standards. The second thing that the banking sector can do is actually provide the capital itself, right? And we need capital in large size to be invested in these very big themes that we were all talking about at BEFF and at UNOC. The final bit I would say is that banks often have the ability, because we are financial structures, this is what we do, financial engineering as part of our role, is to think about new ways of incorporating financial structures that will accomplish those objectives that we're talking about. And when you're successful, it scales fast. In my experience, I have created an ocean engagement fund that in 3 weeks raised $500 million equivalent. We now see scaling in debt for nature swaps that we started out at very small sizes, and now we're doing them at several hundred million to $1 billion at a time. So it does work if you get the right structure and the right opportunity in front of the right investors. So as ever, things when you're doing something that's never been done before, it's quite hard when you're doing the first of a kind. It takes a long time. It's very complex. But when you get something right and you get it over the line, as we say, then what I find is there's a lot of curiosity. How can I do it again? How can I do it bigger? How can I do it faster? And once you've done the first one, the second one, third one, and fourth ones get ever easier still, and that's when the scaling takes hold. And we're at that moment where we have enough case examples now. We're seeing funds treble in size. We're seeing these financial structures raise ever more capital with lots more zeros next to them, and we're seeing them get done faster and faster because we now have a roadmap or a model. I'm optimistic.